gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the beginning of something I don't know how to explain. This has been going on for years and years and years and times and times. You can get this any kind of way you want. You can get it to the face. You can get it to the leg. You can adjust your seating to where you can have it under control. But this is what this is. This is love. This is what I love to do. This isn't just something that people do and get done. This is things that happen over time. This is an event. This is a capture. This is a moment. This is a lifestyle. This is something that you can listen to. You know, I feel like we're broadcasting live to millions and millions of people as we speak right now. This right here just to come out, me talking on the radio right now. I know you're probably driving or sitting somewhere, probably on the couch, or eating with your family or whatever it may be. I must say, what I do here is I try to make people feel like they're evolving. They're getting bigger. They're getting smarter. They're understanding more about what's available to them. And the best thing you can do for a growing individual is to break things down very easily for them to understand. Because if someone can't understand anything, then you would have to explain it to them, right? Am I right or wrong? This is I've seen a lot of things on the internet. I've seen a lot of different things that make sense. I've seen a lot of things that can point you in many different directions where you won't understand, but they keep you to a point where you can stay afloat and ride the wave. But that's called, being captivating, a visual illusion, a visual discussion. You ain't got to go live on Facebook or live on Instagram, but most people do. You got to fight the urge, the feeling, the lifestyle, the man, the woman, whoever you're looking for in this world, this book, this lifestyle, this idol, treacherous, adventurous, forthcoming, and still advancing, and still moving very, very fast towards you. You don't know what this guy is. A guy like this orders things. He doesn't have money. He orders things like a box of Cheez-Its, and he eats the Cheez-Its, and he's in love with Cheez-Its. Just a certain brand, a certain style, a certain taste, a certain due date. It's outdated. Some might say it's the same for cereal. You might have a man that eats fruit. You might have a man that eats Frosted Flakes. You might have a man that eats Cheerios. Frosted Cheerios. It's really up to you. Today we're going to get into the human aspect of certain things that happen. Now, me being a connoisseur, a advanced man, a man with a leveled DB, I would say things like, hey, how you doing, lady? You having a good day? Enjoy. This is new. This is what we're doing. All I can say is, the way that I feel about you right now is the way I love you. That's life. There's saliva, there's words, there's emotions, there's existence that I have to say things, and some people don't get the opportunity to do that. There's common law, there's literacy, there's crime. The crime doesn't exist unless you let it. Having a balance, being able to adjust even if you're moving extremely fast or extremely slow. Being able to grasp the existence of why you are even in this position, why you are even trying to understand what we're going through for the whole United States or the entire world. As a content creator, as a content owner, as a content itself, art, music, images, imagery, painting on your own for the first time, writing on your own for the first time, being able to create an image or a painting that you're proud of, starting something and finishing it. Because painting is more of doing something you enjoy, or it can be a job, or it can be something you're very good at that you have to take extremely slow time. Or you could have took that step when you first started. It's really up to you. Painting is like being a modern day I don't know how to explain it, but an inventor that owns something that's not really for sale, that can't be broken down and sold for royalties as original content. Art is different. You can mass produce art. You can do the exact same thing that I said, but there's only going to be one original art form that's worth more than any other rest that you duplicate, even if it's exactly the same. But it won't be original. It won't be owned the same. It won't be treated the same. But it's the illusion of having something that nobody else has that is original. Things in this earth have their own value. Like deciding on whether you're with the right woman, or deciding on whether you've made enough money to be with this woman, or if you're with a woman and you have enough money for anything that she does with you. It's about the mentality that you have when you own art. It's about the mentality that you have when you are putting yourself in some shoes and say that you own them. But do you think about the aspect of pressure? Do you think about the aspect of the color of shoes? Does it stop you from going and doing things that you didn't see before you got there to do it? You know, breakfast is breakfast, but you can only have breakfast once unless you have breakfast all during the day. You know, some people are like that. Some people don't eat nothing but breakfast. Like pancakes in the middle of the day, it just sound funny, but you're gonna do it. Somebody will do it if you eat pancakes. I know to win is to win, but to take anything is to take it into consideration. To earn something, to get something, to buy something is something that you have value to do. Me wording things this way, I hope it helps. Me wording phrases or words these way, I hope it doesn't leave you blinded, or because sometimes what people say isn't enough. Is sometimes people only highlight certain things, that certain parts of conversations that people actually have that they can take and probably feel confident with that word and know what they already going to do with it, no matter if it's negative or positive. Because you can't stand and have a regular conversation like you would in the year 2018 or 2017. The conversation is different from 2018 to 2019 to 2020. The length of a conversation in 2020, 2019, and 2018 is different. The way we spell words, the way we accept things are different. Being long-winded for long periods of time is tiring. Makes people say their day is long. Makes people say you talk too much, or you're a part of a community that keeps the ball rolling. You have to understand, or you have to stand over, or you have to be there to understand. But see, to try to teach somebody something that they already know, to sit in front of somebody and have value in yourself, and just breathe somebody else and try to give them the benefit of the doubt with the option of any aspect of anything happening is not even the hard part nowadays. The hard part about life nowadays, like whenever you decide your day is, or a date, words are coming out and words are hitting people so many different ways now or later that we only picking up what we heard the first time. But I guarantee you, if we play it 2 or 3, 4 or 5 or 10 times in the same position at the same point every single time, it's going to sound different, multiple different times. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you work at Wendy's and the burger has different requests, like less mayo, more pickles, no cheese. What they have is options that you can put on your own sandwich, but it comes assorted a certain type of way. And every day you don't eat the same thing, so you can spice it up. You have less this, more of this. But this conversation is only about a burger, only if it means something to you. Some people don't. Some people do. Some people are so adventurous that in their day, they do things that we would never do. Like he started off early. He climbed a whole mountain, climbed it back down, and it took him 48 hours to do it. And he had food, water, slept out there for a little bit, woke up, and did it again. We don't even know what his job classification is. We don't know what he do for a living. All we know is we seen a video footage, and we were there, present, knowing that he did this. And that's the part that blew your mind. You could be doing anything. But it doesn't. Now, at this point, I would have to say, if I'm going to say where I am, what I'm doing, and leave it like that, then I don't know what to say. I'm not stepping into this giving people the benefit of the doubt, or why would I give you information if I didn't want you to know certain things about me? What gives me the right to give you information in the first place? How did this catch your ear in the first place? Are you even that observant? Or do you even search for things? Is she consistent? She can now pull up and show herself in every fucking form. And you don't even know that she has somebody with her until you see them. You were that person until she shows you who she is. You're disappointed. Now you don't want to be around her. Is that true? We don't know. It's just a visual. It's just words. It can be put so many different ways. It could be a man. You know? It could be a man that did that to you. It could be a woman that did that to you. You don't know. When you look at certain things, when you get certain things, it's like, what if you're in school? What if this whole time you were in school and you were this observant, this communicative, this focused, that you do things and you evaluate yourself and you highlight yourself and review yourself, and then you have to fall into this tradition that each and every other person that's in your target audience or class or whatever it is all do the same thing with different answers, different resources, different information. Some people didn't even do it. Some people did it to a T. Some people did too much. And some people didn't do what they even asked. Some people did so good that you might even get shunned for what you've done. You might be stupid. You might be smart, but you don't even know what you want to be because you have that option. I don't know if I was laughing at this part. I don't know if I'm not laughing at this part. I don't know if you're telling me something that's important to me because I can't hear you. Is it loud or is it too low? Because you don't get to mix and master a conversation. You don't get to do that if you're living outside of what you would usually do. Most people don't post what they got new. Most people might be turned off of what they've already ran into from media sources from the public eye. Publicly, you can take in things legally from the public eye and take a legal stance for independence to make your own thoughts. Now, if I want to be successful and I don't want nobody to know about it, then that's what I want to do. If I want to be successful and I want everybody to know everything that I've done, then that's something I could do. There are two different things. Somebody that's successful might not tell you they're successful. You don't even know if somebody's successful. What point in someone's life can you tell them they're successful? That you're just running into people that have done a lot of different things that has made them known for many different things, and now at this point they're like religious to you, where you say things that now you can't get back. Now if you say something and you listen to it again, you be like, wow, maybe I should have worded that a different way, or maybe I could have took that a different way. Or you could be doing a job. Now your job could be worded wrong. You could be putting people in good positions, saying good things about people, but it doesn't help them. And then you look at it and you say, dang, I could have did this different. But you can't do that because of your job description. Or you can see somebody has a job that they're good at, and you have a different job. It could be so many different ways. But the main thing about this whole aspect of communication is that if you're going to listen to it, at least try to make your own answer, your own definition. Don't take what somebody's saying and think it's knowledge. I don't care if it makes sense. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. If it does make sense and it helps you in the long run, and that's something that you keep running into repetitively over and over again, then that's probably a fact. If it's something that you understand, and when you run into it every time you have to say something about it, and you're not an aggressive person, well then you don't know how to take that information and put it out there. I'm not saying you don't know what to do. I don't want to explain to you a failure. I don't want to explain to you anything. I want you to take this as communication. I want you to take this as something that makes sense. Don't be belittled. Don't dumb yourself down. But if that's all you have, that doesn't make it okay either, though. I'm so assertive that you would think that I was doing something. Not to call myself, down anywhere or not in a position where I am not. This is a real active thing that's going on right now. And not too many people are going to be able to get this. This might not be something that you can understand. This might be something that is not for regular people. This might be for somebody that's enlightened. That I can lean on them while they're enlightened, and it helps them for no apparent reason. For no reason. Now, politics. No one's talking about Democrats or nobody's talking about Democrats or Republicans now. Why all of a sudden it's okay to be a color, but we don't want to say the name? We got so many different versions of things that's already summed up. How the hell you gonna be on this level and be successful, have 1 million views, but what you're explaining to me is simplified? You're mad about something that's simplified and you're breaking it down, but when somebody that has an education or a degree look at it like, well, that's the definition of it right there. I'm so sorry he broke all that down and said all that just for it to be that. He really made himself long-winded. He must have been bored, because it could have been somebody with an education, but he just felt like running around the whole conversation just to drag you along, because he know if he don't say nothing and he don't move, he gonna have a good conversation. And that's the way he works. I can't help you and your boyfriend, or help you and your husband, or anything like that. Especially if you try to put somebody, and then when you're grouping people together, because like, or whenever you're with another individual, or it could even be your wife, it could be your kids too. And you're like, hey, this is my unit, this is my team, this is my squad, this is my life. But at the end of the day, it's like, how do you act with your team? How do you set up defense? Why are you not in the triangle offense? Why are you not in the triangle defense? What is a diamond offense? What is a diamond defense? It's so easy to talk about negative things when there's so much positivity. You know what I'm talking about? It's easy to be that guy. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think you do. It could have been you. It really could have been you. You know what you did instead? You made it him. You made it her. You wanna know why? Because it looked better. Because it happened faster. Because you got your little money and got out of there. That's why. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. Do you. Get you. Ain't nobody hating. At the end of the day, remember, when it's your time to shine, you know what I mean? Don't close your eyes when the light gets too bright. You know what I'm talking about? No, I'm not talking about success. No, I'm not talking about anything of that sort. Because this is free. This is freedom of speech. You're not legally bound to do anything. You know what I mean? This is not something that you're gonna walk away from and be $1 million richer. This is not something that you're gonna turn off and it's gonna make you mad. No, it's not. It's gonna be whatever you want it to be. Because I'm gonna do me. You know, I'm gonna talk. It's gonna come through this little wire, and it's gonna say bow bow. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? We're gonna kick it. We're gonna kick this flavor any kind of way you want it, and that's just the way it is. Now you can listen to me and go to sleep. You can listen to me and not understand it, but at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, you gotta wash. You gotta wash every single day. You wanna know why you gotta wash every single day? Because your body has a temperature. No matter what. When you wake up, it might be too cold. When you wake up, it might be too hot. But either way, you got to go and wash some type of way where you're officially, certifiedly fresh. And this levels to being super fresh. You know what I'm talking about? Because you could be fresh, you could be stupid fresh, and then you get around some people and you ain't so fresh no more. Your underarms might be sweaty. You might have a stain on your underarms, and that's it. When you know you fresh, when you got deodorant, when your socks might get hot, your feet might sweat, your big toe might not feel right in that new sock. The tip of your toenail just feel like, hey, my sock too tight. I got my shoes on. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, because some things is out of your control. Some things are out of your power. Some things are just undone. Some things are finished. I want to know who has all the answers. Because everybody act like they got the answer, but they don't want to be publicly talking about it. I want to know who's smart. If you feel like you're smart, then I applaud you, bro. If you got something to say, no matter what background you come from, and it's going to help somebody like you, then say it. Because you can get put out here and put in so many different directions where you don't even know, or you do know. You probably already know what you want to do. You probably already did what you wanted to do. Either way, this is going to be still going. This is going to be still going no matter what, because at the end of the day, numbers do not lie, and we are all outnumbered. We are all outnumbered. You can push all you want to. You can say all you want to. Do all you want to. But there's not 100 billion people on the earth. That's a fact. Or is it? Last thing I heard that there was only 9 billion people on the earth. If I'm right or wrong, I mean 9 to 10 billion people. That's not a lot of people, bro. That's a lot of people, but for a whole earth, as an estimate, we 9 billion? We ain't at 1 trillion people? If we're gonna talk about something that's gonna keep going. Don't talk about what we lost. Don't talk about what we gained. Just talk about where we're at. And then watch the number grow. No matter what. Because you can forget about that every single day. Because it can be one person that make you forget that there are 9 billion people on the earth. Because you might want to kill one. You might want to help one. You might want to give him $1 million. You might want to give her $1 million. You might want to save her life. You might want to save his life. People are set up different. People take on jobs for different things. There are people out here, they want to do this, they want to do that. If you want my opinion, if you want my answer, you want my honest to God truth answer, I'm going to say, if you're doing something, then you're winning. No matter what it is. If you're doing something, then you're winning. Because you could have the opportunity, but you might not want to do nothing. But if you decide to do it, I'm proud of you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna single out some people. It's just a type, not no name or nothing like that. I'm gonna give you this opportunity to say this now, because a lot of people out here. This is just an opinion. A lot of people, they're with the new wave. They're with the hip. They know about everything, but everything isn't music. Everything isn't music. It's hard to tell people that nowadays. You run into so many people that think that you would be surprised how many people stay talking about a certain topic. Now, if you talk to somebody that has no background on nothing that you were a part of or anything or believe in, and you run into this person, you're talking to them, and you say something, and they don't know who you're talking about, and in your head, you're like, hey man, these people are the big people, this, that, and third. You that person that I was talking about in the beginning of this whole conversation. This whole world is built off of pyramids. This whole world is built off of levels. You can't put certain people on the top of a pyramid and then run into their sides. You dig what I'm saying? Because because every meal come with the side. Some of these pyramids be falling in your face, man. Really. Your favorite rapper, your favorite actor, your mama, your daddy, your brother, your cousin. All it takes is somebody to be around somebody else for a pyramid to begin. That's it. It don't matter if you at work and y'all both got the job and you hanging around this one person on the job. That y'all done said some shit that you can't get back, and both of y'all friends now on the job. And no, everybody know it. It's free, but we like, hey, that's them. I can walk past them and say hi, and I know they gonna always be in that spot talking and sorry tomorrow. I understand that. If you drink a latte and you and your friend drinking lattes, that's alright then. I understand that. You're a coffee drinker, alright, cool. But at the end of the day, or at the beginning, or wherever you're at with it, when it comes to communicating or being part of this communication or community, whatever this is, protect your friends. The whole object of this whole conversation is protect your friends. That's it. Everybody want to scream they're independent. Everybody want to scream that they gonna do it on their own. Everybody a boss. Everybody a savage. Everybody a great business person. She the best doctor in the hospital. He the best nurse. She the best nurse. But if you ain't pushing yourself, you ain't gonna be nothing but somebody that's always negative. You gonna have that look on your face, and you can't never get it off. But when you get around people, they gonna be looking funny because they gonna be trying to help you balance this out, and you know, and you can't even open your mouth. They sitting there trying to fix your tweet. You in there tweaking. They trying to fix your face. It's something that they want to say they can't even say to you. Your body ain't set up like that for that to come out like that, and that's just the way that works. We know who you are. We know who you are, but we can't help you. All we can do is set it up, and you can make it through, and we can feel it. And it ain't the same person every day. We gonna protect our friends. Protect your friends, protect our friends. Because at the end of the day, nobody protects their friends. There are things that are so repetitive in this world, it becomes tradition. And if it does happen, just know every tradition is a difference. And every household is different. And every household has different numbers. And every household has different rules. I'm not everywhere. And I ain't gonna go everywhere. I be seeing people everywhere. But I don't go everywhere. I ain't stupid. Everybody want to go here. I ain't going nowhere, man. You better be, listen, this world works like this. Wherever you at, you build your foundation, you understand it, and if you got enough money, you can build another one in a different location, and now you got two locations that make sense. What the hell you doing going over here, and going over here, and going over here, and then calling somewhere home? It only works if you want to be put on a pyramid. It only works if you want to be put on a different level. You want somebody to push you. You want somebody to promote you. You want to be famous, but you don't want to post online. You want to be famous, but you don't want to do a live radio broadcast. You want to be this, but you don't want to be famous. But you want to have the money. So who you gonna rob? If you want to be rich and you don't want nobody to know about it, who you gonna rob? Because the government got jobs for everybody. It's about how you set up your life. It's about how you handle it. Because you can do whatever you want to do. You can say everything out your mouth illegal and be the legalest person on the earth. Not break a law and never have a criminal background. Just being a finesser. Finessing ain't about who close to you. Finessing about how you get away. Finessing started being physical first. The first finesse was somebody getting away from somebody. Period. That's the first finesse. You tripping. How do you find out that information? How do you understand a finesse? What if the finesse already done happened? And you still talking.